Yeah, that's a pretty terrible ghost. What's going on, everyone? It's Brian with DrinkABeerandPlayAGame, and it is my favorite time of year. I am, of course, talking about Halloween. Everything's getting a little bit more spooky out there, so naturally, I wanted to share with you some of my favorite Halloween levels in video games. But more specifically, I wanted to share levels in non-horror games. There were a ton of games that I could have used for this list, but this is my personal choices as games that I've actually played, and by no means is this list in any particular order. I just wanted to share some of these with you in case you wanted to get in the Halloween mood too. When Jim and I reviewed Puppeteer last year, I knew right away I was going to make this list. When you reach Act 5, which puts you in this Halloweenville, the game just turns into pure spooky Halloween goodness. All the sets are great, but if I'm picking my favorite, I'm going to go with curtain number 2 and the pumpkin boss level. You start off completely gorged on candy, so fat that you're just rolling around, and you spend most of the level trying to avoid a giant jack-o'-lantern that's going to eat you. I really don't need to say too much. I think the level speaks for itself. I can't deny that the other 2 curtains in this act are just as good, but this one in particular really stands out as a Halloween themed level for me. Next, we have the Shade Man level from Mega Man 7. I have no idea why it took 7 Mega Mans for them to finally throw us a Halloween level, but I'm happy we got it. Right off the bat, the music is geared towards more of a spooky atmosphere. You have all these coffins, you have the haunted armor knights, and you have these pumpkin robots. But the best is Shade Man himself is basically Dracula. So if you ever wanted to know what it's like to be Mega Man in a Castlevania style setting, this is the perfect level for you. Next we have a mission from Rockstar's Bully with, of course, Halloween Night. This is a different take from the other entries I have on this list because this mission is all about pulling pranks. Listen, one of the biggest things that we know of as kids with Halloween Night is that we're going to get candy and there's going to be a lot of people pulling pranks. This is such a fun, goofy mission that you can throw eggs at students, you can hit them with stink bombs, put a kick me sign on them. It's just goofy fun, and running around in the skeleton outfit and seeing the jack-o'-lanterns, this really just captures the spirit of being mischievous on Halloween night. And bonus points if you light the bag of poo on fire and get the guy to stomp it out in the dorm. Next, we have Halloween Town from Kingdom Hearts. If I'm being honest with you guys, I am one of the people that's not that crazy about the Kingdom Hearts games. I played the first one, haven't played the others. It just never grabbed me. However, when I got to Halloween Town and I was playing through basically A Nightmare Before Christmas, I really fell in love with that level. All your main characters are now in costumes, the music is pulled from the movie. It really is the perfect level if you ever wanted to experience what it would be like roaming through Halloween Town. And I understand that there's also a Halloween Town in Kingdom Hearts 2, but as I said, I never actually played that game. The next level comes to us from Sonic Adventures 2, and it's Stage 6, Pumpkin Hill. Clearly, I had to include this just because of the actual background and the atmosphere. You have the mountains with these giant jack-o'-lantern looking things, you have Pumpkin Field, you have tombstones. This is similar to Puppeteer where it just screams of Halloween season. The only thing I kind of wish it would have added was a few more Halloween-inspired enemies. But really, it's still a great entry in that game. And the final entry on this list comes to us from BanjoKazooie with Mad Monster Mansion. You have a haunted mansion that's filled with random ghosts, monsters. Let's start with the fact that the music is just that perfect Halloween-sounding background noise. And eventually you get to play an organ, which everybody knows that's the classic horror instrument. Add on top of that a spooky graveyard with tombstones that want to kill you, and of course you get turned into a pumpkin. This level really does scream Halloween, and it's my favorite in the BanjoKazooie game. And that's going to wrap up the list for today. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll do a volume 2 of this, because I have plenty of examples. Next week, I may actually throw some legitimate horror games that remind me of Halloween. I'm not sure. Let's find out. But either way, comment below, and if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. Till next time, guys, cheers.